Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. Now, comedy off Broadway. For the first time, we'll get the Hollywood power broker. She's created some of your favorite shows that you know, Whitney Cummings, who joins us now via Skype. Hey, Whitney, how are you?
I've never done a Skype into a show before. And
Well,
I am just going to tell you, I'm overcoming the flu. So I'm in bed. I'm in bed like the grandfather from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
well, you got the golden ticket because you're coming to see us here in Lexington, and you have a legion of fans that are very excited for you to come here. How often are you traveling now and still doing stand-up?
I think I've done 20 cities, and I'm doing 25 more before I shoot my stand-up special for Netflix in March. And it's been crazy. I took like 2 years off from touring because I made a movie and I wrote a book and I did the TV show Roseanne. Whoops.
Yep.
Didn't really end as planned. And so now I'm working on my new Netflix special, which I shoot in March, but I really want to make sure that everyone in the country thinks it's funny. Sometimes comics make the mistake of just doing New York, Los Angeles, and we get in that echo chamber. So I'm trying to go to cities I've never been before all over the country to make sure that everybody enjoys it, not just jaded LA people.
Right. No, I understand that. And, you know, that'll be interesting for our guys and gals to get to see you sort of work this out before they get to see it wherever it ends up. As you say, Netflix, where are you going with this?
Nobody's seen any of this material yet.
Okay,
it's all brand new material. I'm taping it for Netflix in March. And I think it's very important to let everybody know, I promise you there are no politics in the show. If for no other reason to come to the show, at least get an hour break from politics at Comedy Off Broadway, because I think right now we're so bombarded with Twitter and late night talk show hosts and every website. It's constant politics. And I think that people don't have an outlet to go have a break anymore. So I'm really sort of selling this new hour of stand up as like a break from all the chaos and fighting and arguing. I mostly talk about sex robots.
Well, that's great because I mean, there's a lot of comics that want to do political humor and they're fantastic at it. But my goodness, I mean, as you said, you want to sort of decompress, and the commonality of life that we all have, no matter what side of the aisle on, you could laugh at certain things, but we never get a chance to do that anymore because we're too busy killing each other.
Well, that's true. But also, I think that people get so much political commentary and jokes now for free. Every night you turn on the late night talk shows. Every monologue is about politics.
Yeah.
You know, every tweet's about politics. Like, there's no place to escape. You shouldn't have to pay money to listen to people talk about politics. It's for free everywhere now. You know, I think that we're all so addicted and obsessed in this moment is so, you know, exhausting. I think people should be able to just laugh and have a good time for an hour, maybe be a little bit frivolous.
It's a different world for comedy right now with the PC culture. Comedy's sort of the vanguard of this. Tell me your thoughts on that and where we are.
You know, I guess I don't see that as, you know, look, if anybody comes sees my show this weekend, you'll see that nothing is off limits, you know, except politics. I'm not sort of walking on eggshells around PC culture, but I think you know, I don't ever want to hurt people when I do stand up. That's the opposite of what we're trying to do. So when comics are like, well, I should be able to talk about this and this and this, it's like, okay, but the idea is to make people laugh. If people are uncomfortable or if their feelings are hurt or if they're angry, like that's not comedy, you know? So as things change, you know, we also have to evolve as well. We can't just dig our heels in because we have this great joke that, you know, 2 years ago was hilarious, but now all of a sudden it's super offensive. Like, just try something new. Bring it back in 2 years. It'll come. Everything is so cyclical. Like, in 2 years, you'll be able to do that joke again. But like right now, the stakes are so high.
Right.
The audience is the boss. And if the audience is uncomfortable, you're not doing your job well. Whether it's, you know, right or wrong, whether things should be PC or shouldn't, that's not something we can control. But we have to be flexible around that. You know, I mean, I remember I did one political joke like 2 years ago, right before the election. And a group of people, because someone yelled something out at me, and then a group of people ran at them, and there was a brawl in the show. And people started fighting in the audience. I had to get off stage. And I was like, you know what? This isn't comedy. This is not what I'm here to do. I'm here to make people laugh for an hour. I don't want to upset anybody. I don't want people fighting each other. This is not MMA. This is comedy. So I think when people complain so much about it, it's like, just write some new jokes if you have to. I mean, comedy is the only job where we refuse to do what our boss tells us to do or complain, and don't just change it. Just write some new jokes.
Whitney is going to be a Comedy Off Broadway starting again Thursday, runs through Saturday. If you get a chance, get your tickets at 271 Joke or go online at comedyoffbroadway.com. Whitney, thank you for talking to us. Can't wait to see you here in Lexington.
It was good being in bed with you.
Hey, I've got that on the resume. Thank you, my dear.